Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, Gabby the game night, yay. That boy.
He got himself faded. He's got her right over his head.
Why'd they have to have question marks there like it was some big reveal? They could just put Grossberg there.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back.
I've just been there for time. I've had the police report on that incident in your newspaper clipping.
Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
You better take a good look at it. If, details I came to lose your boyfriend. Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, Your Honor, that is I... May I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't you worry, my dear. I have the situation well in hand. That is I, go right ahead. Madam Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie?
Give me a second, I want to look at that evidence. Physical Castella, Diego Armando, suspect, oh, okay. Poison one, suspect, coffee cup, no poison was found in the vicinity on the suspect's person. Is unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup.
Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright. I told you that you should have let me handle this. Sorry, please go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna stop messing around.
How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for poor little me to bear.
I believe the girl's trying to ask what other motive would be.
The answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building. And then, that same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Ms. Dahlia Hawthorne.
Further testimony? What about?
About the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What could that possibly have to do with this case? The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant. Am I correct? Well, I have evidence to suggest that she, in fact, has a very good reason.
Very well then. Congrats to the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a bit longer?
Of course not, Judge. Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been going out ever since that fateful day. We're so lovey-wovey. We literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think.
Hi, Phoenix. Mr. White, do that again and you're held in contempt of court.
And now we enter the final act of our little drama.
I'm my Leo. Go get her.
So, until that time, you had been dating Doug Swallow? Yes, I'm a real fool, I know. Letting my emotions change so quickly, I'm ashamed of myself.
No, not at all. Look at me, I'm interested in changing my mind. My critics have been taken calling me Judge Rickle. That's the most
Maybe you should look for a different line of work.
Like that, I'm trying to have the correct word. That's why some people also call him the Great Judge.
The courthouse reading room. That's a strange place to meet the love of your life. That's not true, Madam Fay. After all, Feeney was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student doing in a courthouse reading room? This line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case.
Miss Fay, I'm warning you. There's nothing to do with Mr. Raw's case. Fuck it, keep pushing. Fuck you.
Your Honor, if you'll allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue on with her testimony.
Very well, young lady. I've got a simple question for you. What are you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room?
If it pleases Your Honor, the answer is simply this. You were writing a paper on what? On the relationship between modern Senryu poetry and the criminal underworld.
Oh, that sounds like a fascinating research idea.
Am I getting old? Now I've forgotten what I've forgotten. Again with the midlife crisis stuff.
Well, the bullet comes to this courthouse. Wasn't that what you wanted to know? I bring a forgiven. You haven't forgotten the police report, have you? I will not put again. Be sure to read it carefully. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, tell me to present that because she was actually she was at this courthouse because she was the suspect. That's why she was at this courthouse, because she was the suspect. I mean, I don't know. I mean, no, she won't be there because she was a suspect. She was a suspect because she was there. I mean, I don't fucking know.
Well, she was also being questioned in relation to another case, it said.
Oh, I did say that.
Yeah, on the second page. While interviewing the suspect regarding another case.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, yeah. I'm blind. I'm confident anyway, but...
Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason? Well, what is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Fay? 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy. Another tragedy?
You mean the incident in which Sir Tony was poisoned?
The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report. And that name is Dahlia Hawthorne. What?
Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago.
Okay, I'm fucking around again. The controller. I should not be allowed. Why do you let me hold the controller?
Because you wanted to?
Order. This is unbelievable. It's true then. The loveliest rose can... Okay, bye.
Miss Fay, that's not fair. I, Winston Payne, will not allow it. Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking. Pardon me. Go right ahead. It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me.
Express some interest, huh?
Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago.
I see.
Okay, I've tied the two crimes together. Now I've just got to stay on the offensive.
Well done, there. No. You want a little fire in my heart and my buttocks.
Yeah.
I grabbed up with some more and flame, my bear to my hemorrhoid. Goddamn, fucking can you shut up about that, please?
I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was a very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that.
I wouldn't even know you can get poison like that right here at this location. So that's what happened there 8 months ago.
However, as you've heard from the witness's testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne. But I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. and I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination. Ah! Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger? What were you talking about, the defense attorney? Well, I'm sorry, but that's confidential.
Going to report you a bit. Going to the point of an interview regarding another case.
The lawyer that was killed, he said he wanted to talk about an incident I was caught up in when I was younger. Why don't you tell us all what that incident was? That has absolutely nothing at all to do with this case.
Objection state. The defense's question is stricken from the record.
You get involved in a lot of... Well, I guess I was just born under a bad sign. Don't worry, Dolly, I'll protect you.
Oh my God. You heard the man. Now that is true love, young lady.
Oh, Feeny, please. Those two really are making me ill, albeit for decidedly different reasons. How long were you gone? I've already answered all these questions for the police. But if you must know, maybe 10 or 20 minutes. And where were you during that stretch of time? Using the toilet? What are you saying, Miss Fay? Toilet? My perfect little Dolly doesn't poop.
Phoenix.
I don't want to do his voice anymore.
Phoenix. You heard the defendant, Miss Fay. Bad luck next time.
Oh, Feeny, please. The police have already looked into this whole matter. This line of questioning is nothing but a waste of the court's time.
Objection sustained. Ms. Hawthorne, please continue with your testimony.
About how much liquid is 2 teaspoons?
2 teaspoons?
10 milliliters.
Well, let me see. My ball of eye drops says half fluid ounce, which is equal to 3 teaspoons.
So it's about 2/3 of that amount, huh? Poison was found in the lawyer's mug of coffee. It must have been after I left the table. Someone must have quietly slipped it in there. A special kind of poison. How so? Well, I heard that it's almost impossible to detect.
Oh? And where would something like that come from?
I'm sorry, all I know is what I overheard the policeman saying. They said something about using advanced chemical processes to purify it.
Chemical processes? Well, that's quite impressive. Most impressive.
The better question is, how did the criminal get something like that? So you see, oh yeah. And that's the reason they didn't arrest you? Because no one could show how you could have gotten the poison? I think that's a good enough reason, Madam Fay. She's right. And I think we've all had enough of Miss Fay's questions. Then all we have to do is find a way to establish how she could have gotten some, right? Great. Now just how did a lit student get a hold of poison of all things?
I wonder. Maybe a pharmacology student?
Maybe. You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison. I don't believe you. What? In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab.
Boyfriend? You mean the victim, Doug Swallow?
That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University. For pharmacology. His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could never have obtained such a rare and special poison. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you had access to such a poison after all. And then it was a matter of slipping into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at this very table, at his very table. You. No!
Order. Could it be?
That was nothing. May I say something, Madame Fay? What is it, Miss Hawthorne? The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container.
Oh, yes, that's true.
I was searched immediately after the incident took place. Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down. But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they?
I wonder why.
She's right. They even mentioned that in the report. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small. Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. If you're saying I threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof. Proof? She's got me good with that.
No, we know exactly. Provide some evidence or have disallowed the line of questioning, Miss Fay.
The police conducted a full body search of Dahlia in the entire courthouse. And yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred.
Gonna accuse the young lady of committing the murder. Then where's the container the poison was carried in? What happened to it?
You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone you knew wouldn't be searched.
Who is this person?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course. So the defendant was the witness's accomplice? Of course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised as a present. What? But that's...
That's a charming little necklace. Is this a little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean, Miss Fay?
The day the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago. August 27th, the very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away.
What? Are you saying there's a deadly poison in here?
No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. I'm certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount. No!
Order in the court. Thanks.
On behalf of Dolly, I object. Mr. Wright, control yourself. I won't let you bully her like this.
Mr. Wright, I told you to stay in your seat.
Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her? Why? But because. Because I'm madly in love with her.
Madly in love. I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time.
Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you anyway?
Wow. Phoenix, you suck. She doesn't like you.
Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me, too. Mr. Wright, please, open your eyes. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dahlia Hawthorne is dating you is...
because of that necklace.
Dahlia Hawthorne was not, and is not, madly in love with you. The only thing she is after is that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck. What, my necklace? Back there in the waiting room, you said it yourself. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now.
I'm playing back. I'm putting back like that.
For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back. You're lying. But you never gave it back to her. And to make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you meet. That's why I don't believe you. No! That's a lie! You're right. Ah, the defendant. He's getting away. Bailiff, hurry! After him!
Mia, are you alright?
Yes, I think so.
That boy, he's been completely insane.
Where's Mr. Wright?
That's like Bailiff calling, so he should be back soon enough.
Thank goodness. Oh, no.
What is it?
The bottle necklace. Mr. Hawthorne's present. Oh, Miss Hawthorne's present. It's gone.
What?
Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me.
Pull it, boy. That's the only thing that could save him. What in blazes is what you now? Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid that your apology is not enough. Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me. I'm sorry. It's okay. Just give back the necklace. I ate it. You what?
You ate it.
It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first, but yeah. What the? What?
What is he doing now?
Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? That bottle you saw may have had some poison left in it.
And also was fucking glass.
It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly that bottle did not contain a deadly poison. How can you be so sure? I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive.
Yeah, because it wasn't fucking 2 teaspoons.
As for the poison, more like the fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination.
So to see.
No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency.
Oh, it was like no fucking poison. Like barely any poison.
There. It's alright, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side, too.
I'm pressing the wrong button.
For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong.
That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Faye cannot accept your explanation of the events.
But why?
It may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand. But in a court of law, evidence is everything.
Even after I proved so much, she's going to get away with everything?
Well, now there's a suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up. I'd like to proceed with the trial.
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, Miss Faye. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? There's something I forgot to tell you.
What is it?
That day, the day I met Doug Swallow, that girl, you shouldn't see her anymore.
I think his voice changed.
Screw it, man. I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying. Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab. It's a big thing to leave out, Phoenix. Poison? Same thing happened 8 months ago. Drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time, too. Could only have been her. That girl's a thief. Stop it. Don't talk about her like that.
Gomi's playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Oh, he just struck with Phoenix Wright. Is it true? Did he really say that? That's ridiculous. There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor, this is, the defendant is Miss Fay. You tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow.
The night before?
Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Fay.
You're so sure of your theory, then let me ask you this.
Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back. Therefore...
Exactly who was Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill?
There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way. And that person was Mr. Phoenix Wright. Me? That's preposterous. After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered. Well, it's true that that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was, in fact, you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else that it could be.
How can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were not.
Poor Mr. Wright. This must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice. I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right. The bottle necklace. That's all she cared about.
But even so, why would she go so far as to murder him?
8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria. Dahlia Hawthorne could think of only one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It was a pretty good move she made, too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met.
You mean, that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright?
Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. That can't be true! Beanie, what a joke you are.
Oh.
Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me.
Miss Hawthorne?
It appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine, I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. We'll see about that, but first, where's your evidence? It seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Hey, old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face?
Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you?
Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now if you don't mind.
But we're not finished.
Fine, then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already. Can't let her get away this time.
Stop me, and we'll keep on buzzing without any evidence. You'll pay the ultimate price as a lawyer.
The ultimate price?
We first take off your training badge forever, I'm afraid.
No! You'd better think it over carefully, Ms. Fay. Or should I say, Ms. Gray.
Well, Miss Fay, can you provide evidence that establishes guilt once and for all?
If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. But to be honest, at this point, I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof. Impossible. You can't possibly. Stupid woman.
In the opinion of the court, there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I allow only one piece of evidence to be presented.
Just one?
If you are unable to establish your guilt, I'm afraid that very harsh verdict will be handed down, Mr. Wright.
I understand, Your Honor. I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar. She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there.
Well then, Miss Fay, please present your evidence. So to this court, there will be proof that Miss Halter was planning to poison the story. And here, maybe?
Probably.
Well, it won't lose 3 things, so.
Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all.
Cold Killer X, Phoenix Wright's blood cold killer, cold medicine.
Hee. Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold? If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned.
What?
Remember what the defendant said in his testimony? But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I always eat with Dolly, just the 2 of us. She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some. Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, that was holding the medicine. I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
Huh? What are you talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room, my client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poisoned bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright.
I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant.
Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened on the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about and the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized, I can't allow Doug Swallow to live. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying that bottle of poisoned cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago? 8 months ago? Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way as she did back then. She had someone else hold it, in this case, Doug Swallow. Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman, she's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor? Huh? Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation. I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne, this cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright ate the necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Mia Fey! Mia Fey!
Oh, shit.
Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey?
Yes.
That's just fine for the time being. Victory is yours. For the time being. Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too, okay?
Yes.
I'm going to spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best. Phew. It's finally all over. I refuse to accept this. The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim.
But even so, the witness seems to have accepted.
I don't care. I'm Winston Payne, and I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer has said. Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this. Yes? Would you care to try this cold medicine? What? Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said... There. It's all right, rookie. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. So if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right? You see, yes. And here comes the back pedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life? Yeah, my hair's flying off, my beautiful hair, no.
Mr. Payne, about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll file papers for her immediate arrest.
Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning.
Don't lie. Just admit you were wrong.
By the way, Miss Fay.
Yes, Your Honor?
Was it me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne seem to know each other?
Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case.
Very well. Mr. Payne?
This can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like losing...
Apologies. It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along in the cell. The defendant have anything further to say?
It can't be true. My dear... Dolly!
Very well, then. I believe I'm ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant, Phoenix Wright,
Not guilty. Confetti cannons. Installed in every courtroom.
The court is adjourned.
Yay! April 11th, 3:16 p.m. This is court defendant lobby number 3.
We're wonderful and bad.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg.
But I'm bored, I got my hemorrhoids are going to explode like Mount Vesuvius.
Vesuvius.
I can speak.
Mr. Grossberg, do you maybe think you could stop talking about them?
That's rather rude. But this case really made me think. But this is willing me to have a relation with mutual trust to the client. Perhaps it will be veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this.
Oh, Mr. Wright, congratulations. Thanks. I was thinking... Go on. The dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand, I don't think that was really her. What? Yeah, the dolly I know could never have said those kinds of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something. Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright, for your own sake.
I realize that's foreshadowing. I don't think it is, but I realize it was.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. But, out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. What kind of company does this guy keep?
Larry.
Right now, I'm starting to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department. Well, yeah, I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time. I see. Say, Miss Fay, a lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself. But I think that's exactly what a lawyer is. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again.
I supposed to add in. Why did it skip so fast?
It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned and managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now, but even so, I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that is a story for another day.
Thanks for watching this episode of Gabby the Game Night. Like and subscribe. Good to have VCM. Most importantly,
Don't forget to cop COLDKILLER X's new album dropping Friday.
good night.
Gabby the Game Night, Gabby the Game Night, Gabby the Game Night, yay. Come on and watch her play. New games every other day. If you subscribe now, you won't miss out on any of the action. So come on, click that subscribe button.